how's your 5-apple percentage doing these days? Yes, mine as well. I want to talk to that or about that at the end, and just a strategy you can do to hopefully increase your 5-apple percentage, at least what I'm doing here, and a rumor I'm hearing about feedback also on the Hutong. Talk about that, and let's get right into it. Thank you for coming back to the channel. Number one, we'll talk quickly on a weight control tip as usual for the day. Cindy Me, she surfaced. So I want to give you 5 fragmented sentences to break down that 40-minute video so you don't need to watch it. And teaching tip, I'll talk about that twofold. One, an actual teaching tip, and two, one of them for keeping your sanity in class. I'll talk about that. On to YouTube stats. Number 4, I wanted to share, I looked at my YouTube stats and I just found 3 that I think you'll find interesting. I'll share that with you. And on feedback, we'll get into that at the end. Thank you for coming back. Let's get right into it. Number 1, on to the weight control tip, and it is to drink milk. Do not give up drinking milk. And if you can, drink skim milk. Just as many nutrients as compared to 2%, but not near as much fat. Skim milk, 90 calories per cup. With 2%, you're at 130 per cup. So try and go to skim milk. I gave up on drinking milk for a period of time, and I found I got sick. I got a cold all the time. Could be a coincidence, I don't know, but I think it does help your immune system. I like drinking mine at night. I used to drink tea at night. I go to milk now. I find it helps you snack less if you drink a little bit of milk at night, and I do think it helps you sleep also. Just maybe not too late at night. So that is my tip for today, skim milk. Okay, on to Cindy Me. Yes, she did surface. So there was a 40-minute interview with her and a colleague, and they also had a teacher on there also. Now, what I found interesting about this one are there were 5 points, only really 5 points, and they're more so just stats to share with you, but some interesting stats anyways. 17 million babies are born per year in China, a lot of babies. Beijing, there are over 1 million elementary school children in Beijing alone. There are only 30,000 North American teachers in all of China. VIPKID at any given time, so during their peak time period, they are teaching 35,000, or that's where they've topped out at 35,000 classes in 1/2 an hour. That is a lot of classes being taught in 1/2 an hour. She confirmed that they are now on pace for 200,000 classes per day. That's compared to last year. They mentioned that they were teaching 180,000 classes per day. So they've gone up 10% in roughly 10% so far in 2020. So that is great news. It debunks the myth that they are falling on hard times. They are not, according to their stats there anyways. So that was interesting. Now on to the teaching tip. Teacher Amy was on there, and a tip that she shared, which I do like, which was to encourage the student in the chat box as well. So use that chat box also to encourage. Any way you can encourage is excellent. We know that that is a top priority for parents, so use that chat box as well to say great job, bow, or whoever in the chat box. Use that also as another tool to encourage, and it's great because it's there forever and the parents can see it also on the playback. I think that's a great tip to use from Teacher Amy. Now on to a tip that I'm using just for keeping my sanity in class. I had 11 classes today, 9 of them in a row, boom, 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 and I really like this. So I had YouTube open. Now, I didn't play, of course, during the classes, but I really liked having YouTube open to play some music in between the classes. So in that roughly 4 minutes that I've got to leave feedback, I listened to some music. It's just something that I found was excellent in helping me get through the day, something to look forward to in between the classes as I wrote the feedback. I just felt more energized. The day went quicker. Maybe that tip will help you also just for keeping your overall sanity as you get through a busy day. Okay, thank you for coming back to the channel. If you are new around here, please subscribe to the channel. I do videos every few days. I really love and appreciate subscribers. Thank you very much. And also, if you can, like my video if you do find something useful in it. Okay, on to YouTube stats. I found this interesting. If you want a stat, just look at YouTube. YouTube has so many different stats. Just with my channel anyways, 83% of my viewers are from the US. Over 90% of my viewers are female. And again, that confirms, I think, the overall amount of male teachers in VIPKid world, which is not very many according to that anyways. I watch some of my videos. I would say, looking at my stats, maybe 7% of my viewers are male outside of me. And I think that might represent overall the amount of teachers with VIPKid that are male, maybe even less than that. Also, the age breakdown I found was very interesting. So, an even split between 25 to 34-year-olds, 35 to 44-year-olds, 45 to 54. It was pretty much even, all at roughly 30%. I found that very interesting, especially the 45 to 54-year-olds. I didn't think there would be that many, 30%. Anyways, I found that interesting. That could also represent just the wide age demographic of VIPKid teachers, which I think is also very interesting. Okay, on to feedback. And yes, feedback has been so tough to come by. It's like a roadmap for parents to try and find where to put it. My feedback in the month of June is at 9.9%. That's compared to the last few months. I went back and looked. I was pretty much at 20% every month. So my apple has been cut in half. I'm at roughly 9.9% there as of today, or exactly 9.9%. So here's my suggestion to you. Get rid of what you're doing now for asking for feedback. Throw that on the shelf for a month down the road. That's what I'm doing anyways. What I'm replacing it with is simply instructions on where to find it for the parents. I think that is imperative for you to do, because what we're doing right now, she ain't working. So we need to educate the parents on where to find it. And it's like a 6-step process to find it. So it's not easy. So I'll leave that down in my summary for you to take a look at. This is what I'm putting in my feedback. And the analogy that I'll use for this one is you could throw the best party out there. You could be the best party thrower, whatever you want to call it. But if no one knows how to get to your house, it doesn't matter how good of a party you are throwing. Just like with the feedback, you could be the best teacher out there, but if the parents have no idea how to leave you feedback, you're not going to get any. So we need, I think, for the time being, to put instructions on where to find the feedback for the parents. It's a 6-step process. I'll put it down in the comments in English. Hopefully it translates well over into Mandarin, or at least this is what people are telling me on how to find it. And it's from support, so hopefully it's accurate anyways. But this is what I'm going to put in the feedback. Let me know what you're seeing anyways. Hopefully this will work for you. Leave some comments. I love your comments. Please like the video, subscribe. We'll do a video in the next few days. Bye, everybody.